Zonder vraag kom om af met nieuws på det louter villar. Aj Sahama vill dreven dräcka vart till New Irlandum att väga gröda och att lacka och sunger. Välhöll välkommen. Framsvepen med bitterljura västers.
Hey everybody, we are finally back with Land of Ice and Snow after 4 weeks of fighting with my internet service provider because they could not figure out what the fuck port forwarding was. 4 weeks ago, I didn't know either, but I'm not paid to know. Land of Ice and Snow is our 5th edition actual play, our other one, or our original one, depending on how you look at it. It is set in an alternate history 11th century where our heroes are attempting to stop the Cult of Winter from bringing about a time of unceasing darkness and cold. They have at long last defeated the dragon who was guarding Fafnir's hoard, which led to several artifacts and magic items, and they are now on their way back to Bynhalla for a showdown and a retaking of the city. On their way to Bynhalla, they met up with Carden, who took their treasure back to Hridfjell, so that they could make their way to Bynhalla without any issues. It is a 4.5-month trip back to Bynhalla. By the time you guys get there, it is winter in earnest. The ground is covered in snow. Kasim can barely boil water to make his coffee.
Ogmagny's walking around in shorts.
Ogmagny is totally one of those guys walking around in shorts. That's definitely a thing that's going on. But before we get any further into that nonsense, let's go ahead and start introducing characters. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and start off with Davius, because he's looking down, and so all I can see is the top of his head. Davius, go.
Hey, I was trying to log into Twitch, so we had another watcher. Hi, I'm Davius. I'll be playing Delvin. He is a Furbolg Inquisitive who, sometimes got himself in trouble back in his Sylvan home by ending up in places he wasn't supposed to be. And he just, he likes to explore, he likes to know things. With the fragile political landscape of the Furbolg tribes, the elders decided that it was probably best if he indulged his curiosity elsewhere. And they decided it was best if he indulged his curiosity elsewhere. He got knocked over the head and thrown into a boat, which, as you will find, is apparently a very common way of disposing of problems. And it's usually the same boat.
The SS chloroform.
As he has come to the urban areas, he has learned that tracking prey doesn't really change. You just have to learn to look for different types of spore. And he has decided to dedicate himself to learning, tracking, and finding people in this new urban setting and helping his friends out. He's also learned, he's learned finances from Kasim, forestry from Megan. Stewie has been teaching him anatomy. So he's been learning all of these different things. And he's going to put all of this together. And one day he will be the most feared bringer of justice that the lands have ever seen.
I like it. Next up, we've got Sergio. Sergio, bring your camera down 6 inches.
Down.
And whatever light you had on, keep it on.
I bet you he's not using any light. It's just his computer monitor, so when he switches to darker screens, you can't see him.
You're right. Look at you. You guys are
I was going to say television, but...
Better?
Better, thank you.
I'm playing a certain character by the name of Gregor or something like that. Doing some whiz-biz, manipulating time, rolling out of bed, grabbing the reins of the laws of physics and saying, "Giddy up, bitch." That's what it is to be a wizard. All right? Never forget it. That's how it goes. All right? Wizards only.
Something something upset the god of dreams. Something something cursed for eternity. Something something trying to fix it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If at least one god hasn't cursed you, you're not a real wizard.
That's actually fair.
Yeah.
Next up, where would Gregor be without his faithful manservant Igor? The answer is absolutely dead because Igor stopped his
A few times.
suicide attempt.
Yeah, and saved my life. Damn it, Igor! Stop saving my life!
I'm sorry, sir. I'll make sure you die properly next time.
Every time I turn around, you're saving my life again.
You're gonna see, like, this is what I was talking about with the.
Igor is referred to by some as a patchwork man, although that is really a misnomer, honestly. He's more of an experimenter, a dabbler in the anatomy and physiology of the human form that doesn't necessarily have to be bipedal or have only 2 arms. We discuss that at a later time, though. For now, Igor's content in finding out exactly who this person is that is attempting to create a winter in thimbles, and to figure out exactly how they did it. So far, I've been able to reduce it to a mason jar, small jelly jar. Yet to get it in a thimble, though.
You just put ice cream in a jar.
All right.
There it is,
Next
right,
up,
you see.
Julio up in the top right-hand corner. Julio, next time you visit me, I'm going to need you to look at this computer because apparently it's having trouble.
If I have, like, that's usually.
So
back.
Julio gets invitations to visit you, but I get left in the cold.
You've come to visit me too.
Está bien. No preocuping, no preocuping. Last time I asked if I could go visit for my birthday, you were like, ay, pero
think
no,
that's a lie.
no me, you know, I don't know. It's 100% a lie. My birthday's in August. Remember, we had this conversation.
That's
Well,
what I was
anyway, I'm Julio, apparently the IT guy, and I play Kasim. Kasim is a businessman. He is by no means a good guy. He doesn't tip if he's not coming back. He, kicks puppies if they're sitting on his seat. Now he wouldn't do that when people can see him. He's not a good guy, but he's here with these guys who are better than the previous guys that he used to run with. He comes from the windswept deserts of Babylonia, where he got left for dead by his previous crew, because even though he is not a good guy, he will keep to his word, he will pay his debts, and they were not so cool with that because they were worse guys. Stabbed him a bunch of times, throw him in a boat where he met these people who are a lot more amenable to his ways. Although if they knew more about him, they probably wouldn't be. Since then, he has diversified his business, and he is, trying to create an organization that will bend entire nations to his will through the use of such wonderful inventions as banking and cryptocurrency.
Fucking NFTs, non-fungible tridents.
Thing is, it's cryptocurrency. I just imagine you having a bank filled with skeletons. Ah!
Next up, we have everyone's favorite magical girl. No, sorry, everyone's second favorite magical girl because we know Magni's the first. Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm playing Ashlyn. She's experiencing some family drama, and she's got. I had to check and make sure my mic was on. Just sitting here talking, and you guys are waiting for me to say something. Like, she's experiencing some family drama. She is a displaced half-elf, as half-elves often are. And she's got this cool magical sword that all the elves keep trying to take from her because they're incredibly rude and eat babies. And she hangs out with these guys because she too found herself on this boat, but like probably more legally than they did.
You were absolutely conscious, and you walked onto the boat on purpose.
There was that.
Last but not least, Sailor Ogmagny, the only person on the stream with better hair than me.
Sailor Ogmagny. They gave him a uniform. So, I'm Colin. I'm playing Ogmagny Krakenbreaker. So, who is Ogmagny Krakenbreaker? I don't know. What is Ogmagny is really what we have to say. Is he a hero? Yes. A legend? Yes. A man about town? Days off, maybe. Best friends of the amazing Ashlyn? Obviously, they have matching tattoos. But really, what Ogmagny is... Really, what Ogmagny is the current wielder of the hammer.
Oh, he got it!
And I finally get to test it out today, because Ogmagny's going to be leading a charge of hopefully a mixture of dwarves and Goliaths through the front gates, and some way, somehow, get that legendary status that allows him to be elevated to godhood like he deserves. Or he might die and go to Valhalla, which it happens.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. Hey, we have a chatter. It's the first time they're chatting today. They want to know what the matching tattoo
Hi.
is. So I'm going to say that canonically, Ogmagny and Ashlyn have matching butterfly tramp stamps.
Lightning
Alright.
bolts.
Headcanon accepted.
I don't know when this happened.
You were drunk. It's fine.
You were
awake
drunk.
for the
That sounds about
We
right.
were drunk.
We.
awake for the boat, asleep for the tattoo.
I can
see
Someone write that down. I can't. I have a cat on my arm.
That's gonna be the next piece of art done. Just the two of them with
completely
tramp stamps and like
completely slizzard at the tattoo parlor, pointing at the tramp stamp on the wall.
just Ashley goes, you know, I don't like you, but we're best friends, and I hate your face.
As often happens with best friends.
I do hate your face.
All right, so you guys crest the hill, which would let you guys see over into Bynhalla itself. Let me make sure that I'm at the right spot. So you guys are coming in. Hey, does anybody remember what button it was to turn my? There it is. You guys are coming over this hill over here, and you see the city itself is surrounded by an army. There are tents, and you see campfires, and you see just the city is legitimately besieged. But the siege looks like it has just started to come together. In a couple of places, you can see siege weapons starting to be made.
Where do I forget how to move the map?
Right click
Hold
and,
down
and,
right
and
click.
slide it around.
Yeah,
Um,
you're unstoppable now.
As you guys approach the army, a young boy, which you guys recognize as one of Kasim's irregulars.
Is it one of the ones we saved or one of the ones we
This
recruited
is-
since then?
This is one of the ones you guys saved.
I can't keep up,
This is one of the
honestly.
ones you guys saved. He runs up and he says, "The Jarl wants all 6 of you to come immediately to the tent."
Let's
You
head
could
to the
ask
tent.
nicely.
No time for niceties. It's a battle.
Igor corrects him and says, I believe you mean to say, your Jarl requests that my lord goes to the tent, as he has things he wishes to discuss.
Yeah.
The kid looks at it and he looks at
Yeah, good point.
Igor
and he
gets
looks
it.
at Kasim and then he holds his hand out to Igor.
Igor reaches in his pocket, holds his hand out, and drops a finger into the kid's hand.
The kid takes a bite out of the finger and then like bows and runs off. Everybody, go ahead and give me perception
Damn,
checks.
keep the tip.
Perception.
It's not the tip he was waiting, but it's the tip he got.
Tip he wanted, tip he got.
He was not going to say no to free food. Is really what it comes down to.
13. Not bad.
Perception. And I have.
Oh, nice die.
I do like Igor's dice a lot. All right, so everybody except
Yeah.
for Ashlyn and Igor, who are clearly too busy. Igor is just trying to figure out why that kid is eating the finger. And Ashlyn is grossed out by it. But everyone else, you guys notice that the army is clearly divided into Dverger tents, the people from Hridfjell, where you guys just were, humans from around the Jarldom, and then Kasim and Gregor. You guys notice that there is a small set of what look like Alfar, which would be the Nordic elves tents. You guys make your ways to the camp, and you see a giant, like long haul type tent, the ones that would have been made from like the ship's sails and whatnot. And you guys walk in, and there you see a large table with a map placed upon it. You know, the standard like wooden figures for the different forces and whatnot. And you see Arn, Rurik, Drazda, Logger, and another Alfar that you guys do not recognize. The Alfar, however, does seem vaguely familiar.
Have I seen the Alfar? Is it one of those assholes from the Alfar place?
Go ahead and give me a perception check again, and let's see if you can recognize it.
Well, they all look the same to me, so.
Man, you're going to regret saying that in like 2 seconds.
Are you doing this on purpose? Because like everybody's dot is just running around like little water
That's
bugs.
them
on my
actually
screen.
moving their mouse about. Okay, so
11.
actually, you know what? Delvin, you totally get a roll on this also. A perception check, please.
Okay.
11.
11. It's not as funny if everyone else doesn't join us.
Dublin.
What part of America was that from? Dublin.
Of America's that.
That video has. Davies, give me a perception check. Okay.
I'm working on it. I gotta remember how to
Alright.
pull up my character sheet.
It's a
I'm
lot
not gonna
harder
lie.
to do
Just
when you don't have a
another
token,
free.
so that might be on me.
Yeah, I don't have a token yet. I was just looking through like the different settings and buttons I could click, and I couldn't
Did
find
you
one
find
that
you
did
still
it.
haven't found it? All right. So if you go to the thing above that looks like 3 people on the left-hand side, you should see heroes.
Right,
and then
right.
You can double-click and open
Okay.
your character.
All right, there we go. And
I
you just need a perception check
nice,
from
nice
me.
and
I
nice
just
and
want it, right?
straightforward.
Normal,
No
no
advantage
advantage
or
or disadvantage because of my inquisitiveness.
So
Is that the elf that wanted me to go to the moon? I didn't like that guy.
Delvin looks at this elf and kind of like squints and like looks, and you guys remember that scene in Hook where the kids like start like touching Robin Williams' face?
Yes.
Delvin kind of walks over and like stretches his skin a little bit, and he goes, "No, that's wrong," and like shrinks his skin together so he's wrinkly, and he goes, "Auntie?" And the guy's like, "That's my great ancestor."
Grandma, where's the
He's like,
tea?
"Stop that shit!" And he walks over to Ashlyn and he touches his face and he bows.
Ashlyn grabs her sword just in case, because everyone who's approached her has tried to take
He
it.
says, "Cousin, I am proud to know that you have found yourself worthy of that blade, and for the chance to fight alongside of you in the coming days."
Ashlyn's still looking at
Ashlyn's
it
like, "I trust that less."
Ashlyn looks over at Lagra like,
Logger's like, it took me a long time to find an elf that wouldn't hate you.
Kasim taught me this.
All right, so Drozda looks over to you, Gregor, and she says,
Megan, the thing over your
My
camera.
thing?
Look, does anybody else see anything weird on Megan's camera?
Me?
No.
Where is it?
There's a bluish filtery screen, and it says something about ENT/D/1FFZ PCCP something
Nope,
something
that's
USB
you.
sharing.
Meanwhile, you're giving like Megan's house coordinates away and shit. Just reading codes.
So yeah, that's the geocaching. Thank you, Ake, for letting us know. Oh, right. So Drozda says, Gregor, Wiriel has just told me
Okay.
that she received the hammer. So when we're done here, we'll put your staff together again.
Oh, we're good. All right.
Good.
And at this point, Arn looks at the 6 of you and he says, "Excellent. I would like to divide you into 2 squads. Each of you will lead a group of men and assist in the taking."
I'll take one of the Alfar and do sneaky demolition
So
stuff.
he says, I only have my men to give, so it'll be 25 humans for each of the 2 squads.
No, you good. Keep the humans. I'm good. I'm gonna go talk to the Alpha dudes.
We're gonna go discuss.
So
We're
they're
gonna
kind
have
of going back and
conversations.
forth, and they're talking. And Thalion, Ashlyn's cousin, says, "I think it's best for us to maintain the siege and starve them out." As the conversation goes kind of back and forth, Arn says very clearly that he doesn't want to do anything that's going to cause harm to the people. To which Lager agrees. And then Rurik and Drazda really just want to assault the city with artillery bombardment and get the shit over with.
It's just aching
also
to do
kind of-
some murders.
So meanwhile, Delvin has wandered over to the whatever contingent of Alpha.
So is Delvin leaving the command tent while all this is going on?
Okay, so there wasn't
Later,
an
No,
Alpha
the
commander?
commander. I heard. My bad. Sorry. I heard you say contingent. Yeah. There's two elven commanders in there, Lager and Thalion, Auntie's descendant. And then Lager is the elf from the first town that you guys hung out at.
Lager's the one who took Ashlyn on her field trip for sword nonsense.
I'll be talking to Locke. So he knows the lady that was trying to help me learn magic back in the day. All right, I got it. So I'm going to be like, do you have any people who would like to go do sneaky, murdery,
So
explodey stuff?
Lager looks at you and he says, "I'm sure we can do something for that."
All right. So while they're having this useless conversation about what we're going to do,
Okay.
because this is going to take
This
forever,
stupid
right?
tactical conversation that no one cares about.
Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you put down.
Give me about 10. Meet whoever you round up, whoever you. I need about 10 men to do some sneaky, murdy, blowy uppy stuff. I need your best sneaky dudes.
So when you say that, Rurik raises his eyebrows. He goes, "Why are you gonna take the Alfar for that?
Aren't they the sneakiest?
Take Glory and her rangers."
All right. I mean, if they're sneakier, that's fine too. I just need 10 people who are good at not being seen, who don't mind not giving the other dude a turn, and want to help make this easier.
So you want to do something tonight?
Yes, actually.
The battle will be in the morning, but we can get you doing something tonight. So he tells you, go. He calls in a guard, and the guard goes, and some time is going to pass before someone else comes up.
Right. I got you. And then we need to go talk to Glory, and I remember now the Rangers. I forgot about them. I just out of all the people, like you're talking about humans and dwarves, and then Alfar. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty much who the sneaky people are.
Give me the graceful
Yes.
bitches.
Yep. No.
Those are the
You're
ones.
gonna end up with Land of
My
Ice and Snow
buddy.
Wes.
My hunting buddy.
Yeah, your hunting buddy. So as they're kind of going back and forth, Rurik tends to be very quiet as things are being discussed.
Does he, though?
Drazda tends to be like, "You guys are letting people die. This is not what we're allowing." Shit, and you almost feel the fire coming off of her as she's very, very serious about.
I like her attitude. That's how we should be. Through the front, knock open the gate. Let's do this right now.
So
No?
Arn, who's in theory the high commander here because it is his town, doesn't really like the dwarf plan or the elf plan. Because the elf plan lets his people starve, and the dwarf plan will involve rebuilding the city when it's all done.
Well, they're elves. They got all day. They got eternity. They'll just sit here and wait.
So he looks at
Take a little
he
nap.
looks at Gregor and he says, "What say you?"
Gregor is very pleased that somebody's finally giving him the fucking respect they deserve. Because all Gregor knows about Arn is Because remember, I started midway through the game. So it's like the only 2 times I've seen you is A, when I rescued you from jail,
You're welcome.
and B, now in the command tent. So I'm glad I finally put some respect on it. Um, so if we let the people starve, of course, it's bad because they suffer. But also, from what I understand about the situation, is they are trying to do an apocalyptic ritual as well. And so time is of the essence. We don't want to injure the people either through bombardment.
So right
I
before you
think
said we don't
that-
want to injure the people either, when you're like, yeah, time is of the essence. Drazda's like, yeah.
However, artillery maybe not a great idea, but Delvin has good plan with perhaps sapping the city. So I think maybe we can target parts of the town that are only have no civilians. We can do a little bit of all three. Have Delvin go sap underneath, pretend as if we're going to wait for a long siege, bomb a little. Do we know if they have reinforcements coming to the town?
Probably not. Nobody likes
You
the Dark
guys
Elves.
don't know much, but what you do know is that the Dark Elves aren't the ones running the Cold of Winter.
And what are their magical defenses?
Can you hear me now? There
Yeah.
it is.
I can hear you.
Igor leans over to Gregor and whispers in his ear, "My lord, remember they have transported across plains to get their people here originally.
Yeah, they don't belong here,
So
technically.
they may be able to gain resources and people through planar travel."
Don't like
But
that.
also that means we can planar travel into the
Well,
city
you know
as
that their
well.
defense is that they
Correct.
have wizards because you have faced the Svartalfur wizards before. You also know that they have
Right.
the priests, the priestesses, which has caused you guys some
spiders.
issues in the past. And
Mhm.
at least
Assassins
one,
run like bitches.
and at least one, very dangerous assassin who would rather not.
Can't wait to catch up with her again. I want
put
to
my
see
money on
Delvin's
Delvin.
revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of money on Delvin to whoop her.
Also, when at this point, Igor lights his lantern and places
Okay.
it on the table, just so you're aware.
The true seeing one, right?
Speaking of that assassin, yeah. That's my magical one, so I can see invisible people. Imagine, like, he lights the lantern, puts it on the table, and
Good
she's
thinking.
standing right there.
Roll a nit, bitch.
So
Roll a nit, bitch.
understand that
How
dark
long would
elf
it take?
is never going to underestimate you guys again. Like, she knows you guys are in the camp, and she'll be like, okay, let me make sure that when I come for them, they're asleep, and I have at least 10 other assassins with me.
She don't want to smoke. She learned.
This lady is 100% not, like, arrogant and proud, like, oh, no, this is a matter of, like, who's the best. No. She wants you dead,
Who?
and ideally, she wants to be in the next zip code when it happens.
A true assassin always remembers the important part of who's
Exactly.
better is
That
who
is-
lives
she-
longer.
She is a professional.
And she's
The one who
pragmatic
laughs
is the word you're
last,
looking
kind
for.
of
sir.
Yeah, that's what she's about. So, you guys start like working out the plan and really discussing what it is that you want to do. And Arn says a strategy of all three might work. It'll take 2 days for us to finish setting up the artillery for the bombardment. In the meantime, I think we can start with some sabotaging of the walls and that sort of thing. I think we're definitely in a good spot. At this point, Arn looks at Ogmagni. You've been a hero to the Jarldom for some time. I have never seen you go back on your word. You promised that your people would be here. When will they arrive?
That's a good question.
I was just about to say that.
I hope they bring his sister.
You know his sister's coming. You know his
Ashlyn
leading.
desperately wants to meet Ogmagni's
You know
sister.
she's coming. There is no way.
Has Forgot his name. The deadbeat dad. Is he here?
Dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ashland's deadbeat
Declan?
dad.
He's
Oh
still
yeah,
out
where
for
the fuck
cigarettes.
is Declan? I was gonna ask earlier,
Declan is
but
not in the
everyone
command
else
Declan.
tent
had
because
stuff
that's
to
not
I
what
don't know why I
Declan
said
does.
York.
But yes, Declan is around.
Well, because it's Declan's crow that I sent.
Yeah.
I thought there would be at least a message in
Yeah, you have to
return.
talk to Declan about that. So
Yeah, so as far as I'm aware of, Declan's
Okay.
familiar reached my people
yes,
and
they
has
should.
returned.
The Declan's familiar has definitely arrived at some point.
Yes. As far as I know, my people are honorable, and they would fight to defend these people who are your allies. They are mutual allies between the two of you. And nothing says getting into Valhalla quicker like dying in battle against some dark elves. Ugh.
Ugh.
Spits out.
So he
Guess I'm not making it to Valhalla because I don't plan on dying.
It's the problem with Valhalla, right? Is that you have to
Yeah.
die to get there.
Great party.
I mean,
You have to
no, but
die
you get
in
to-
the
you get-
battle.
Great party.
Don't forget.
Well,
Yeah, but you die quickly.
I'm
I don't
trying
want
to
to die in a
make them
bed. Ugh. Yeah. Well,
so,
you take them with you.
So after like a lot of discussion, what's decided is that they will, in 2 days' time, launch an assault on the city with the artillery as support.
Okay, while I'm waiting for whoever I'm supposed to be meeting, are any of these dwarves that I have that are here connected in any way to the group that had like mapped out and had controlled and trapped up the tunnels underneath the city?
No, that was actually Kasim's people, and Carden is not here yet. He will be
No,
here.
no, no. The people when we were first trying to curry favor with the different guilds, we were trying to solve the. Is this? Am I thinking of the wrong city? We were trying to solve the crimes, like the people
No,
that
no, no,
got-
yeah. This is that's the city. That's the dwarven city, and that's the gnomes that did it. The gnomes did
Yeah.
not come.
Okay, so this is a different city. Okay, got it. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine, man. It's been a couple of months. We missed a couple of sessions. We're getting back into the flow of things. Give me a second because I forgot to turn on my light before because it was still sunny. I will be right back.
Mhm.
In the meantime, talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So plans are I'm gonna do some looking for people. If you look like you're giving too many orders, you probably gonna get shanked. Or stuffed in a bag and dragged back, whatever. We're gonna do some sapping of gates and some attempted sabotage of key targets, like barracks and that look like they are dedicated to the Dark Elves and not general food for the city.
I'm gonna go find Declan and talk to him about the message that's been sent and what his crow said, and see if my people are coming. And from there, if I can save any face, if my people are like, no, make me look like an ass.
Yeah, Ashland's gonna go do that too,
Uh,
and laugh
Oh.
at him if
okay,
he.
so
If he
so you
looks
guys
stupid.
essentially like you guys
know
let
my
the
dad
meeting
is.
finish. As the meeting is finished, Delvin Glory walks up to you,
Mhm.
and you see behind her like 10 gray, long-bearded dwarves with their beards braided tight and tucked into their shirt with hoods, and each one of them has like big-ass two-handed weapons and either rifles or crossbows.
I like it. Start telling them today we hunt, but not out of door. We're going to find if they look like they're trying to give orders, we need to make them disappear. Either leaving with us to come back out here, or this mortal coil. Either one. We're going to look for where they are storing their food.
I'm hearing some breathing. Does anybody know where it's coming from?
Sounds like it's over there with Gregor, like he's having a time of himself. There.
It's heavy breathing.
Yeah. And all
Heavy
the
breathing. I'm missing the little windbreaker thing from my mic.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
Specifically
No
the
wonder.
thing that would stop the breathing. I got it. Carry on.
And,
So
no, and-
Glory says you want to break into the city. Which part of the city are you trying to reach?
let me get back to the map.
Side note, did you guys see how much nicer the new map of Bynhalla is to the old one?
Quite.
So nice. Very shiny.
They're very shiny.
It occurred to me after making it that I should have made it snow covered, but whatever. Whatever.
This is the spring map. The winter map hasn't come out yet. They're not done transcribing it.
Yeah, there you go. So you got a couple of options here. There is the temple, where you know there's some leaders. There's the Jarl's Keep, where you know there are some leaders, and you know there are some leaders at the jail.
The jail. I was thinking the jail because we had been there before.
Okay.
And we remember we should have some memory of the tunnel system near there because that is how we got back out. Also, that it is reachable at a we need to get the fuck out of Dodge pace from the river.
Yes.
That's because we did that then. So while I don't want to try and replay, what we did, the way we got in, because I don't know if they've found that out yet or not, how we got to where we went.
We're definitely doing this. This is not going to be a play-by-play encounter. This is going to be a handful of rolls, and we're doing this kind of abstract
Okay.
as we get into the next set of things.
So,
But for right now, before I let you make those rolls, I want you to give me, or actually, I'm going to let you think of what you want your plan to be.
right.
You've got 11 dwarves who are stealthy, but they're not rogues. This is not like sneak attack type people.
Right.
This is they will sneak and then violently murder someone and then sneak some more.
I figured it out when you showed me the two-handed weapons, that this was not going to be the sneaky stab him in the back type crew.
Yeah.
But
But they
that's
also are all fairly good snipers. So that's a thing to think about also.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to make sapping some of the walls a lot easier.
Yep.
But
So
yeah,
you think about that. I'm gonna switch over to.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
keep Colin waiting, because he's not certain what's going on. Gregor, Igor, what are you guys doing?
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me? I wanted to get Delvin to maybe, or ask him if he encounters some of the citizenry to try to warn them of the incoming, artillery bombardment. We're going to start, telling them we're going to start. I can't use the word shelling because it doesn't exist unless we're actually shooting shells. We may be throwing turtles, but
the
to
word shelling
avoid
does
certain
exist
parts.
because the Babylonians do it, but no, yes.
With shells?
See, my only
Bombards,
worry
like
about that is I don't know
mortars, like
who's loyal and who's
bombards.
not.
Even those don't use shells.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
they do.
who's loyal and who's not, so I don't want to be giving them.
So Gregor, you're going to be with Delvin, kind of like discussing how to best go about this. Igor, as you are sitting here, you see a caravan of carts, like wagons and whatnot, approach, and they are being piloted by a group of disheveled or tattered clothing people. And hanging off of the wagons are like potions and tools of various implements. They've got lanterns. And the dwarf that is questioning them is like, I don't know who you are. And you hear, drifting across the breeze, someone say, well, I'm Igor, son of Igor. To which the dwarf says, no,
over.
Igor, son of Igor, has blue and green eyes. You have gray eyes.
I walk over and I go, oh, Igor, it's so good to see you. How have you been? How's your father, Igor? Have you seen my father, Igor? He hasn't been around often. Don't worry, God, they're fine. This is my nephew's cousin,
So
Igor.
as you walk up, you saw that he was pulling out a blue and a green eye. To show. So the Igors finally say, cousin, you've been missing for so long. When we heard of you, it took a long time for us to verify who you really were.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was with my master Gregor, who rented me for an extended period of time. We got lost in a time vortex. It's kind of like the time Igor ended up making the crystal clock and got lost in time with his master. But it's fine. We've come back at the moment. We accidentally had the staff of the Magi shattered. It's being repaired.
So this Igor, not this Igor, but a female Igor, Igorina, walks up and says, "We were sent by your father Igor and our clan head Igor to assist in your endeavors and create a medic's tent, as well as a harvesting location."
That sounds perfect. I've already gotten a few chitties from people in regards to things that have been assisted with. If you'd like, we can go through and create that. I'll go speak to the commander and see where he'd prefer a medical tent to
So
be
you
set up.
go and do that, and that's kind of what you're spending your evening doing. Uh,
Yeah, we also need an ice house.
it's very cold.
I know, but we need an ice house so that we can pack the ice when we ship
gotcha.
everything.
Okay. A couple of dwarves actually help you, like getting ice. Cassim, sorry. Colin and Ashlyn and Ogmagny. You guys walk over to this wooded area over here, and there you see Declan, as well as his bird, whose name I cannot remember.
Whose name we've all forgotten.
Just yells out, "Bird!
Ashlyn would have remembered.
Where am I
You yell
people?"
out bird, and he's like, "Rah!" He's like, you'd think a week of you guys, you'd think I would have gotten used to you. A week. He looks at you again. A week. Listening to everyone yelling about whether they should help you or not.
Where are they?
Your sister said she was busy and that she would help you if she could.
He just like swings his hammer into one of the into one of the trees. I hate her so much.
He says, well, she wanted me to make sure that you knew she got a promotion and she's now head of the Stormbreaker army, and so the final decision is hers.
So she thinks it's okay to just let allies deal with this the way they are? And not get the glory? Like, come on. This is like our time to shine here.
She said you'd say that. And she said that she's certain your little war has plenty of glory. And that she'll be here as soon as she can.
Yeah, right at the end when all the fighting's done, so she can go, I did everything. Like that time, I had the Kraken, but no, she had to come in for the last hit, and apparently that's what gets Dad's approval. Bitch.
I'm sensing a bit of a complex here.
There's a lot of a complex here.
So Declan looks at Ashlyn and looks at Ogmagny, while Ogmagny is yelling at a crow about problems that the crow can't do anything about.
I know.
No. You keep at it. It
feels better.
Declan,
It's therapeutic.
Declan says, you said you had questions for me.
They don't seem very important right now.
He says, he looks at you and he says, that's kind of why we end up in the place that we are. It seems like there's always another apocalypse.
So where's Mom?
Well, last time I saw her, I left her with you.
Oh. So now it's my fault she's
No,
gone.
You were a baby. Who blames the baby? No matter what happens between your mom and I, we both love you very much. Last time I saw her, she was still at Cloak-a-Craw with you. Or on the way there.
All right. And then I left. And the last letter I got, she was leaving
She left the safety of the city
for Tiernanog.
for her father's lands.
Uh-huh. So I thought you might know something about it.
Well, I
Probably
spent 50
nope.
years trying to get out of Tiernanog. When you're not an elf, it's much harder.
Can't fault him for that. I can't imagine I'd want to be with the elves either.
He says, when all this is done, I think we're going to have to head back to Cloak-a-Craw and find your mother. Assuming you'll have me on your adventure.
I'll think about it.
He says, if you think being a half-elf is difficult, think about how difficult it is being the human lover of an elven princess.
You should have thought about that.
He says, you've heard Irish songs. It's all about heartbreak.
No one's trying to steal all your stuff all the time.
Nobody's trying to steal all your stuff. They just want your sword.
The most important stuff.
Delvin pops up from behind a tree.
I totally believe it. That's canon.
He says,
Honestly, they're not just trying to take it. They're just trying to take it from you. Like, they just don't think you deserve it. I'm just saying.
is that better or worse, guys? Really?
Worse.
Worse.
So much worse.
He does tell you that since you've now completely earned your place with the sword, it's time for you to start thinking of what you want to add to it as your own rune.
Bonfires.
It's just... whoop. Just chucks little bonfires.
And that's something that you and I have been discussing for a bit, what exactly you wanted to do with it, because the real question is going to be, each wielder of the sword, and actually I'm going to do this in character, he says, each wielder of the sword adds a rune that helps the sword act in the manner that complements the wielder.
Oh yeah, it does not like giants.
Yeah, that's an
At
old
all.
fight for it. And he says your mom added
likes
things that
giants.
helped her since she was a wizard, and everybody adds something a little different. I know that you have a dwarven friend now with a magical hammer that could add some runes to it. Just something to think about. So you guys kind of like spend the evening talking, but neither of you seems willing to have a serious conversation. So it's like awkward small talk for an hour and a half. Meanwhile, Ogbagni is like
That sounds
drying
about-
himself with the with the crow.
I just wanted to have a battle where I could have like a big fight and there's gonna be a giant on a mountain and my sister's gonna ruin it again. It's like when she took my favorite toy hammer when I was a kid and threw it in a fire because she would hate this place.
While Ogmagni is crying, Ashland's like, so while we were gone, I killed a dragon.
That was pretty cool.
Actually,
That
Ogmagni
was
does
pretty cool.
like perk up at that. He's like, yeah, throwing lightning like Thor. And that cheers him up.
You know.
Which the crow is thrilled to be that you're cheered up because he flies away. So that's you guys' evening.
There.
Julio, what is Kasim doing?
We both have family issues.
All right.
It's complicated.
So, firstly, you said that
Real quick, Gregor,
Cardin's not here yet.
Gregor, I did see your message. I'm coming back to you when I come to Delvin since you guys are together.
He even
did, I
raised
saw him.
his hand.
But Julio's been patiently waiting and has not had the chance to say anything tonight. So
What evil deeds are you up to?
No, it's just regular evil. Cardin's not here yet, is
no,
he?
but Ayla and the orphans are. Carden is taking care of
Ayla and the
Ralph.
orphans are.
Yep.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to tell them to start spreading the word that the city is about to be attacked, just to the people that live in the city. help out if there's any evacuations or anything like that. And also that as soon as the houses are empty, just steal fucking everything.
Help evacuate the people, and then help evacuate the goods, not to the same place.
Yeah. Make sure everything.
And then when everything's done, sell it back to them
Exactly.
at premium.
Make sure everyone is safe, and then make sure everything is safe.
That's,
Leave my pockets.
That's
They will
awful,
thank us
and
later.
I'm glad Magni is crying into a crow right now because. All right, so Gregor, what was your hand raising?
Oh, are there spellcasters or specifically wizards amongst
Like
the
your army?
army?
Yes, there are a handful. Not as
Okay,
many as you would like, but
spellbook
some.
sharing time. That's fine. It's spellbook sharing time.
I knew this is where there was going.
All right, I need any spells I don't
Oh
have,
man, that's not.
and I'm going to share
is
with
not
them
happening.
my battle spells.
Like
And-
you call over and there's like 6 or 7 wizards, and you're like, all right, everybody, open your spell books, and every single one of them, without question, looks at you like, no.
Am I the highest? Do I have a PhD and they're all just fucking not even graduate students?
There is one
what?
elven
Are there
wizard who
archmages
is
here?
comparable to you in strength.
I'm not even looking at the elf because I'm not. I know when I'm not. But I'm like, listen, you need to have. I go down the list. I'm like, you better have shield. You better have lightning bolt. You need fireball. I want a black tentacles. I want levitate. I want greater invisibility. I
So
want fly.
when
I want
when you
walls of
start talking about the
force.
fact that you're going to teach them magic, they kind of open up and they are willing to teach you magic.
Oh. You
No,
think you're
they're
gonna
willing.
teach me
They're willing
magic?
to
You
learn from you,
motherfuckers.
but they still are very like
Yeah, yeah.
tight-fisted with their like.
That's fine. And here's the other thing. I want to. If we're going to attack in 2 days' time, I'm going to give you guys tonight to. I'm going to teach you these spells because you're novices, but I want you to live. And here's the other thing. I have a plan that maybe what's his face, the leader of this whole thing, might want to do, in which we fake a whole other army coming to back us up. I don't want the enemy to know how many numbers we have, and we could do that with dancing lights and torches. And even a cantrip of minor illusion could make it sound like the footsteps of a whole army is coming. But that'll be tomorrow
So
night.
the elf
before
looks at you and he says, "Well,
the day
I am a
before we
master of
attack."
illusion, and I think I can lead them in that sort of chicanery."
But not tonight, because the daytime will reveal our real numbers. They'll have a whole day to come scout our camp. But tomorrow night, before we attack, assumingly at dawn, that's how usually those things are done.
Understood. So you guys spend the night with that. Delvin, what is your final plan?
All right, so right now I'm trying to shut Twitch up.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I was shutting Twitch up. Now, so the final plan is step 1: look for assassination possibilities. Find anybody that we know that might be trying to give orders or might be important, and murder the shit out of them. Sap. We're gonna pick 3 gates. I'm gonna let the Jarl decide which ones. We're gonna try and set those up for sapping, so that they can be popped open when we're about to push. And we're going to try and find the food stores that are for the Dark Elves and do really terrible things to them. And that's the overall and step 4 profit.
All right, so go ahead and let's start with
I'll-
a group stealth roll. Everyone is following your lead, so you get lead on this.
All right.
Essentially, you're leading the way, and so we're going to use your stealth roll for this.
Do I have advantage
I am
or
going to give
anything
you
because I'm
advantage
like
because you guys
planning?
do know the area pretty well. That is the least important advantage I've seen in a while.
Yes, it's not necessary at all.
However, you guys make it to the walls, and you begin climbing over. As you climb over and you get to the top of this particular wall, like right before you're going into the city, you see that all along this edge, leading towards your army, giant mounds of dirt have been moved.
Hmm. Does that like lead me to think anything certain is
It lets you
happening,
think that
or
someone has been tunneling. Go ahead and give me
right?
an investigation check with advantage because the dwarves are helping you with their stone cutting.
All right. I said. Yeah. So those are kind of garbage rolls.
All right, so
What
one of
else?
the dwarves, one of the older ones says, "Oh, that clearly is tunneling." And like ties a grappling hook, like ties a piece of rope around the wall, and like rappels down.
Mhm.
And he's like, you see, he's peering with some dark vision.
Like you see, he's peering with some dark vision.
And then you see that he gets pulled into the tunnel, and he screams.
All right, wait. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? You see the
Yes,
dwarf
I can
gets
hear you now.
pulled into the
He got
tunnel
pulled.
screaming.
Well, that sucks. Like, so something reached
Yep,
out of the tunnel
that's
and
what it looks
snatched him
like.
up. It looks like. All right. Well, I guess I'm going in, cause we don't play that.
So you rappel down. I'm not even needing you to do an athletics check. But you see that every 40 feet along this area, there's a tunnel leading towards your army.
Okay. Well, we need to blow this shit the fuck up. We're gonna blow it up after though, because we're gonna use their shit to get into the city. Do I see my man's either way? Like, do I see somebody scuttling along
Well, you
with
look
old
in,
dude,
and
or?
at the edge of your dark vision, because you only have 60 foot, is just darkness. But
Mhm.
you see that this tunnel, you see a line of blood in the direction that he went.
All right, so I'm gonna have somebody communicate to the larger army in general that this exists, um, that they are to. This puts me on a timer now. In 20
Okay.
hours time, I want them to blow this tunnel, whether I'm back or not. We're not leaving
Well,
this
you only
here,
have about
and so we're gonna.
4 or 5 hours of nighttime left.
All right, so in 6 hours, I want them to blow this tunnel no matter what.
All right.
Um, well, call it
Right.
four
As
and
the
a
sun
half,
is coming up.
because we should probably
All right.
blow this
So
tunnel.
you see they start like gathering their powder and like making small barrels and whatnot.
Okay. So we're gonna do this sneaky creepy. Can you give me a starting point where I am on the
Yeah,
big
I'm gonna
map?
draw
I
a little
can't
bit.
really.
This was unexpected, but I'm loving it all the same. Oh man.
My apologies.
All right. So the tunnels that you're seeing are like here, 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 and here. Whoa, what was that for?
Alright.
Why is it still going?
I don't know.
Stop it. Stop it. That was weird.
Oh wow. I'm not even looking at it, I'm looking at it on the Foundry, and I'm watching that weirdness happen, like delayed. Like you were already like stop
Alright,
it,
so
and
there
then
you
it
go.
started again.
The tunnel that you're going towards is the third one from the north, where your mouse is essentially. So actually, I forgot I can do this. This one right here is what you're looking at.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna try and. So I don't see anybody else. Like that we just happened to pick the
Well,
one
you
spot where
can
there was
walk
a dude,
over,
and
but
he
like I said,
snatched
it's
our.
like 100 feet, so it takes like 2 rounds or whatever to get over to the next
Okay.
tunnel.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to give you this. I'm assuming this one's just
It is
normal.
stealth. It is normal.
This stealth.
Nice. All right,
Wow.
so you sneak into the tunnel, and you might as well be one with the darkness. For those of you watching, please remember that you can, in fact, give our players inspiration, which would give them advantage on a roll of their choice. And That costs 1,000 channel points. You can also do it with bits. For 100 bits, you can give inspiration.
All right. So our little crew is going to.
Oh, you're bringing them with you, or I thought you were having them get ready to the explosion.
No, just me. No, I popped down. So I'm gonna go. I want them to give me about a 10-minute head start. Can I see? I can't see the other two tunnels, right? Because you said it's like about 100 feet. So I don't know
You
that
actually
I'm
notice
not in
that
the
this
middle.
entire
Right? I don't know.
area is dark. Like,
Mhm.
when you lived in the city, most of these houses would have had lights. There would have been torches along the streets or whatever. But now the light is really limited to, like, remember the area that I told you that they had moved all of the non-humans to? And a couple of other areas. For the most part, the city is now dark because, well, dark elves don't need light. They have 120-foot dark vision.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna carefully and slowly follow the trail of bloodiness. To try and I'm actually gonna try and map out our landing area because I don't want our guys jumping into anything crazy.
After about 3 minutes of walking, you see beyond the edge of your dark vision a bunch of candles and some light. You can't make out what it is because it's kind of far still, but you do see it coming down the tunnel.
Right.
I am actually going to put you on hold momentarily. Did anybody else need something who is not in this scene?
I wanted to confirm, Delvin didn't send anybody to let anyone else know that there's tunnels.
He let one.
right?
He sent one scout to let you guys
Okay.
know.
I wanted to make sure. Okay. Then I'll wait for the scout to arrive.
You're like, did he really do this without telling anybody?
No.
Yeah, I was about to. I was thinking. I'm like, I don't remember
No.
honestly. And I know he's better than
Davies
that.
did his job. Come on.
All right.
All right, so yeah, the scout will be there actually in a little bit because he does have to stealth over. All right, back to you then, Davius. So you have snuck down the tunnel. You see some sort of candlelight thing up ahead.
All right. Get a little bit closer. Not too close. I want to get within I guess 10 feet
of
of the edge.
of the light. Okay. So give me another stealth roll.
Yeah, because it should still keep me from being seen by anybody dark vision looking out.
Go ahead. All right. Let me. Private GM roll. Let's go. Okay. All right.
All right. Can I see into the area of the light?
You can. You see a series of magical sigils, and you see one dark elf woman lying naked on the floor with the dwarf's body that she is slowly skinning.
Yeah, I'm not even fucking with this broad. Okay. No. How far away am I? Can I get there in one round?
Yes,
That's all I
because
need
you
to
can
know.
use your rogue action to dash.
All right, so I'm gonna give you another stealth roll, which should work because she's in the middle of some shit. Like, she should. I don't know if I should get advantage, but I know I should not be. All right, and I'm gonna start trying to shank the shit out this broad. Like, just let me know. Because that is you don't. Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Go ahead and give me your first attack.
Am I here? Yeah.
No, you definitely
no?
sneak attack. You did for sure.
And then so it's other formula, right?
It's
Or
just
just
attack
attack
first,
first,
yeah.
right? With advantage.
Disadvantage.
Holy fuck balls, those were terrible.
What's the total on that? 12. Wow. So
I rolled 4,
you
bro.
run up
Like,
and you legitimately miss.
yeah. I rolled a 4, bro. Yeah, I absolutely missed. like, oh wait, Can a deception check as a reaction. Oh man, no, I wasn't trying to attack you. You was all sexy and naked. I was, I was
I
overcome by
mean,
your beauty.
you're welcome to try.
This is where he gets a 20.
You know it.
So, she kind of looks at you and she says, "Okay."
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom save. Yep.
Saving throw, right? There we go. Normal. Now my question is, if that did not fail,
Sorry.
May
can you
I-
click the saving throw
which
DC
you
button?
have.
Sorry about that.
oh man,
Sorry, I forgot that we're in the foundry now and things work different.
nothing
Nothing
happened.
happened when you clicked it. Odd.
No, it's gray now.
All right, that's fine.
It's just gray.
All right, so she says, "Where's the DC here?" Okay, so she says, "Come here and give me a kiss," and you walk over to her.
Do I walk
Oh, yeah.
over to her against
Yeah,
my
it is
will?
100%
Have
against
I
your
been?
Go ahead and give me that Constitution saving throw, please.
Roll 20.
It's on. Yeah, it's on the chat. Go ahead and roll it. Still didn't work.
I clicked it again. Nothing's happening.
All right, so just give me your Constitution saving throw from your character sheet. All right.
So 17 failed then, huh?
Why is it not giving me damage? Oh, because I didn't put her on the
Hang on a
fucking
second.
map. I'm sorry. Things are misbehaving because I didn't actually make her a thing. All right, let's try this shit again. None of you saw what that was. Let's try this again. There we go. Alright, so as she kisses you, you feel your soul start to leave your body, and you take 41 points of damage.
What?
I think my soul left my body hearing that
Yeah,
shit.
holy crap.
Good lord.
However, it is now your turn, and you can attack
That's a
her.
lot of damage. I mean, you better attack her.
Sticker.
You said I took 41 points of damage?
It's a lot of damage.
6. I should only be. Should be a little higher than that. Should be at 17.
Let me double check. You're saying that your health is too low?
Yeah, my max is 58.
Okay. So it might have been. That's fine. Because we don't actually have a character sheet on here, we're having some unexpected difficulties. All right. So what are you going to do with yourself?
I'm going to stab the bejesus out of this broad because I cannot have her.
We're not doing that
to me.
again.
We're not doing that again. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use my
Okay, before we're
insightful
doing
fighting.
that, please link it.
How do I link it?
Usually it's like when you mouse over the icon,
Uh-huh.
you can click there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Go ahead and give me your deception check.
No, it's her. I insight,
Okay,
she
fair,
deception.
sorry. I got it backwards. Let's go.
Can I help you?
She is quite deceitful.
Ow.
And I am
Yeah,
not
that's
very
It's not the
insightful.
day for it.
These are some bad rolls, man. Like, all right, that's 2 1s and a 4 so far, but whatever. Wait, I need a thingy
Don't
so
worry
I
about
can
targeting it, because
targety
it's just her.
thingy. No, I mean I have to have a targety thing so I can click my button.
Do you? You should be. No, yeah, you should be able to just click
Oh wait,
that.
there it is. Once I do that, then it comes up on the thing. All right, cool. Holy crap! What
I
is
don't know.
going
They
on with my
are
dice
are
tonight?
cold tonight. Go ahead and roll your second attack. All right, now roll for damage. All right, so you hit her, and she hisses in pain, and you see that bat wings sprout from her back, and long claws sprout from her fingers. And she says, "You had the choice of a much more pleasant death."
Point taken.
She attacks you
That's a hell of a pickup line right there.
and misses. Are you insightful fighting again?
I'm smoke bombing. I'm trying to get
Alright.
the fuck up out of here.
You can see that she is not a great fighter based on just that. That what just happened.
Yeah, but all she needs is one more charm to land, and
All right.
that's the audio.
So you can pop your invisibility, or rather, you can disengage and pop your invisibility and just bounce.
That is, man, I can't let her fucking get that illusion off, because then we, for the greater good or no? You know what? Let me give it one more round
All right.
to see if this works.
So go ahead. Here's her deception.
All right.
You beat her by 1 point.
By 1 point.
The
Go.
struggle
Go.
is real.
All right, that'll hit, and it's other formula.
Click, 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 click.
Dice. So she's bloodied now. That will also hit. Still other formula because you get a sneak attack on both. And she's dead.
This bitch! Get off me! Get off me!
No means no. No means no.
It's my turn. I
Bad
don't know
touch.
you.
Stranger danger.
That's
So-
my purse.
So, I
I need a minute. Delvin needs a minute. He's just gonna sit there for a second. Like, here, I'm gonna give you a stealth check, and I'm just gonna sit there for a little bit. Like, and see, like my whole stuff. I'm just sitting here, like, I'm just.
I mean, but even with a 3, you still get a 14,
So,
so it's still pretty good.
you sit there for a minute, and after a minute, give me a perception check.
Oh Lord, I'm about to get murdered.
You find yourself surrounded by driders.
No, but you do suddenly find yourself surrounded by dwarves.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm good with. Are they good dwarves or bad dwarves?
You see Glory and her blue hair, which was blue last time you met her. It is currently an entirely different blue. And she says, "We're not going to blow up tunnels with you in them."
He tried to kill me. No, I don't.
Go for
He
it.
tried to kill me.
Oh, by the way, the body's not even there, so it just looks like it's you and the half-skinned dead dwarf.
It was a thick, and with the claws and then she said, "Come kiss," and I missed a whole bunch, and then half my life left my body. My life left my body, and then
You had a little death. It's okay.
Lord, this is all right. Yeah. So we need to send somebody back to let them know that they have demons. They are working with demons. There was a succubus.
So
She almost killed me.
So Glory says, I think it's time for us to go down this tunnel. And she like takes something out of her pocket, licks it, strikes it on her thigh, and lights a fuse, and then just starts running down the tunnel, not even waiting for you to say anything else.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm behind her.
Igor, because you are the only one, like, you're vaguely paying attention, because everyone else is busy as shit.
You mean I'm not like crying or like doing weird things with my dad, who I've never seen, and
exactly.
talking about my mom, or like trying to raid the
Yeah,
city
exactly.
while it's under siege?
So a dwarven ranger runs into the tent and says, "Your friend's in trouble." And as he says that, you hear an explosion from the city.
Delvin. Oh yes, I understand.
That's my favorite part. It's like you hear an explosion, like, yeah, they probably.
Don't you worry. We'll take care of it. Igor, and Igor, could you do me a favor and get Magni, the wonderful elven friend whose name escapes me at the moment, and
Right, I have called her Megan so many times that I can't remember Ashlyn.
Right, every time I forget Ashlyn.
It's
So
Ashlyn,
often,
not-
I feel bad. Could you go get Kafim, you get Ashlyn, and you get Ogmagni, and have them meet me over by the main tent. We have to go help Delvin real quick.
So as you guys get over to the main tent, a couple minutes pass. Delvin, you guys pop out of the ground, and you are in the middle of the thing, and in the middle of the open field between the city wall and the army. And a series of arrows fly through the air. And just barely...
Like,
Huh?
Pop out?
Like, you guys
As
pop
we
out,
pop out?
and you hear, in Nordic, "Oh shit!" And you have a feeling that if they had had an opportunity to aim, you would have been much worse off. But they just shot. But it did get you ducking all the same. Yeah.
This was
to
our
which
guys,
point
right?
Glory like curses in Nordic, Dwarven, and Elven. There is a kerfuffle. There is a back and forth as people try and figure out what's going on. But in the 2 or 3 minutes while you guys are like trying to figure it out, at this point the rest of the heroes show up. And as you guys make it to the front line and you guys realize, oh, these are our people, all around you, about 3 or 4 dozen other tunnels burst open and goblins pour out. And while the siege of Bynhalla wasn't supposed to start until tomorrow, Delvin literally lit that fuse a little bit early.
Gross.
And so, what are you guys going to do right now?
Hit the first goblin I see.
I am feeling. You know how a dude, your typical Chad bro, gets punked in the bar by a bigger dude, and then goes home and beats up his girlfriend.
Jesus.
These goblins about to catch the ass whooping of life.
They rolled up to the wrong neighborhood.
If my dice decide to act right.
That's where you went with that, huh? There was a lot of options.
Yep.
There was a lot of options, and that's.
I'm feeling unmanned at this point.
Yeah, you didn't have to say what you said, but you did it, and I respect you for your conviction, sir. Jeez.
He's out of line.
100% don't respect you for what you did, for what you said, but your conviction.
He's out of
right
line.
there with you.
He's out of line.
But he ain't wrong.
But he's not.
All right. So, you
Alright.
guys are going to actually have to do the first hour of combat without your unit of troops.
Oh,
How
I
many
got mine.
goblins are there?
Hundreds.
I got.
I got.
I don't need a unit of
So,
troops.
take a look at the mass battle rules. It is the 6 of you.
It's only those two
Yes, that's
paragraphs?
it.
Yes.
Oh, I was afraid
Yeah,
it was going to
now
be like
hold up now.
25
we
pages.
just got shot at, so there should
So,
be
no,
some
no,
more
no,
shooting.
right. There's tons of people. Like, there's other fights going on.
Also-
but you guys is the 6 of you and 10 dwarven rangers. 10
No,
dwarven
5.
rangers.
5 of us.
Oh,
I never
fair
called
point.
Gregor.
Gregor, you are still trying to teach these people the difference between a fireball and a firebolt when the explosion goes off.
Nobody leave. You have not been dismissed.
I dismiss you, not the
Yeah,
bell.
you'd be like, all right, who
I
did that?
dismiss you, not the explosion. Turn to page 192.
Okay, so it's the 5 of you and 10 dwarves.
Did you guys? Did you work all? Were you guys all called together?
Stu
Who
called
called
them all.
them? Stu?
I did. I sent the Igors to
He
go
specifically
ahead and
didn't get you, though.
everyone.
Ah,
But I knew
job.
that you would be busy, so I'd prefer you to be continuing your job.
thank you. This will
So-
be
These rituals take time.
these skirmishes are below my
Davius.
attention.
What are you gonna roll as your skill for this first hour of the mass battle? You are so
Murder.
your choices are attack, stealth, whatever, but you're gonna be at a minus. Let's call it a -10 because you guys don't have your squad, but you guys have each other, and that helps.
Our friendship.
In that
All right,
case,
so
I'm
go
going
ahead
to
and give me a stealth
then.
roll, and give me that -10. For those of you who are watching, these battle rules will actually get put up on our Patreon for free on Friday instead of our usual map update, and you guys can see what it is that we're doing.
Yeah. I rolled a whopping 7.
Okay.
So every 5 points of the roll is one enemy soldier they
Yep. So
personally
you killed
have
one
killed.
goblin on this first round. You having a rough time. You're spending more time defending than you are actually killing because you're fully surrounded.
Represents the player helping the squad find advantageous positioning or information. That's literally what I would have been trying to do. Anyway.
So, Igor, what are you gonna roll?
I'm going to. Come on. How do you work on
You have to
this
open
one?
your character sheet. Oh wait. All right, good.
Oh no, it's already open.
Actually, you know what? Here, I'm actually gonna switch the map over because why not?
Loading.
Loading field 1, 98%.
Can I? No. All right.
I have stars,
Me too.
little falling snowflakes.
You guys should shortly. I just put Gregor there and I shouldn't have, but whatever.
There's
There
music.
is music. Isn't that nice?
I don't have
Yeah.
sounds.
So for attack, would you
But-
use whatever your normal attack roll modifier is? Okay.
There we go.
And I am very glad I'm like specialized in stealth because that 6 would have sucked donkey balls.
All right. So what do you give me, Ashlyn?
We're gonna do some
All right,
murders
go
with our
murders your
sword.
Are you? Do you want to burn any spell slots to try and get some bonuses to this, or just gonna go straight and roll?
We'll start by going
Okay, go
straight
for
and rolling.
Give me that attack roll.
Um.
Wait, how
Oh,
do we
sorry.
get from me
That's
to
right. You
Ashlyn?
haven't rolled yet, so please roll.
I was,
Oh, okay.
I was so curious. I was like, wait.
Take your time. I got it pulled up now.
I think this is
Yep,
one of the things,
history
right?
is definitely
History.
a thing.
Yeah.
22 minus 10 is 12.
All right.
So I got
that's
a
not bad.
12.
You are mostly successful, but you're seeing
try
that
and
the
direct
dwarves,
people.
the 10 dwarves that you are with, dwarves are dying left and right because of because you guys were so outnumbered in this initial thing.
Direct them first.
Okay.
Bring them back later.
Ashlyn.
We're gonna stab someone, I hope.
What would be? You said spell slots or other resources. What resources would I be able
things
to
like
use?
magic
'Cause
items,
I don't have spell-
consumables, stuff like that.
Okay.
Is the music too loud, by the way, guys?
Mm-mm. Not for me, at least.
Ashlyn, you're fighting your way through, but
And then
it's tough. You guys, like I said, heavily outnumbered. Goblins everywhere. You see amongst the goblins, there are some hobgoblins. You see a couple of Svartalfer who are leading them. You kill one or two. Kasim, what are you doing?
All right, so I am just as good at attacking as I am at stealthing, but I do have advantage to stealth thanks to my tattoo. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Alright, go.
Oh, that did not work. All right, hold on.
Hold on,
My macro that I created was not very good.
I just realized that for some reason Kasim is still asleep from last time. Or still.
He's
prone
fighting
from
in his
last time, rather.
sleep.
That's not terrible. Fantastic. 26.
Alright, not bad. Alright, so you guys... So you are fighting left and right, punching goblins. Goblins are dying all around you. But even still, as you're coming to the end of it, you see that there is only one Dwarf Ranger and Glory left alive with you guys. Ogmagni.
All my spells are actions, so I'd have to spend
Well,
an
no, you
action,
can
so I
spend the
wouldn't be able
spell
to do
and-
anything.
'cause this is
Okay.
yeah, this is like
Something
an
different?
hour of time is what this is supposed to be.
Okay, so I could do a spell
Yes, you
and
can.
still do an attack? Okay. Well, then Ogmagni grabs his hammer, slams it into the ground, makes a prayer to Thor, and cast
I wouldn't do
spell.
that yet because
It's pretty much gonna go off like this.
oh, that's an awesome fucking spell
Oh.
effect, though.
Crusader's Mantle, so you get bonus on... Oh, it's extra radiant damage, never mind. But I thought it looked cool.
It certainly looks cool.
I was trying...
Look cool.
It would have been Bless instead. I should have done that
Oh,
instead.
that was good.
Can I take that? Well, because this
But for
does damage,
everybody.
so... Yeah. That's the whole thing, but it's damage, but we don't do damage, we're doing attacks
No,
and
you'll be
stuff
fine.
instead, right?
This is good. What level spell is it? Okay, so you're
Level
gonna get yourself
3.
a plus 6 to the roll,
Plus 6 to
and
the
I'm gonna
roll?
give everyone
Okay.
else bonuses to their rolls as well.
Yeah, so you all feel the power of Thor, and
Well,
He's giving you
everybody
all that,
feels lightning wrap around their weapons as they attack.
aha!
All right, so give me that attack roll.
Not consume, because I don't need to. Attack. Normal. So 24,
Right,
so
plus
minus
the 6 for your
10,
spell,
right?
Plus the extra 3 that I'm giving everyone for your spell. You actually end up in positive, so you are successful. Like you're actually like murdering goblins left and right. You've put yourself in that position, and that's everybody. So this first hour of combat is ugly. You guys are losing badly by all stretches of the imagination. There's only one ranger and Glory left alive, but you guys have killed dozens of goblins around you, and you see that the army has now met up with you guys. Gregor, as the battle has started to really meet itself, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get involved in the battle, or are you trying to stay in the background and do some shit?
So now, is this the real battle, or is this an opening skirmish of some goblins that afterward will continue with our plan
You don't know.
preparations?
Oh no, here comes Medusa.
If I peek out of the... I'm assuming I'm giving this class, like, in a
tent.
classroom?
Yeah.
Okay. If I peek out the door, can I see?
You see that the army...
Or let's say, rather, that I sent my familiar out when the explosion happened. Go see what this is. And come back and tell me if I should
Laszlo
bother...
comes back and he says, "Boss, the people are getting killed. Your friends are in battle. It's coming."
Okay, I guess we should go. All right, class dismissed. Let's go. You know what? Instead, we call this. We're doing practicals. Okay, we're doing practicals now. Let's go out and remember your finger stretches is important for somatic components. No cramps. And I'm gonna lead the class out there, and we're gonna
You know
go and
what?
fuck
I'm
up
gonna
some
let you
goblins.
roll with the class as your unit for this first hour.
Rock
So
and
you're
roll.
not gonna have a -10 because having 10 wizards with you is some shit.
That's all I ever wanted. Thank you.
So are
So
you
I
gonna
didn't
burn
have
any
my.
spell slots this round?
I had Glory and them with me, but that didn't count as my unit.
No, I gave you -10 instead of -25, which is what it'd be if you had
Oh,
nobody.
okay.
Holy.
Okay.
Because Glory's a hero, so she counts as 5 people. So what are you doing?
I'm just going to. I'm just gonna do a straight roll, but I'll roll a canna since I
Okay.
think it's
You don't want to
most
burn a spell slot?
appropriate to what's going on. You know what? If I get a 25, something
Yes.
crazy happens, right? All right, let's get crazy. Let's try to turn the tide. I'll use the level 4 spell.
All right.
How's that?
That gives
Does
you
that make
plus
everybody
8.
happy?
Hit him.
Fabulous. All right, let me mark down that I used that spell slot, por si acaso. And what do I just click Arcana and then you'll
Yep.
add the
I'll
rest
do all
later?
the adding for you.
Okay, here I go. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
Gregor's not on the map.
Yeah, he is. He's there.
It says he's an observer.
No, that's just my observer token nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, I put him there.
Okay.
So
I added the plus 8.
Laszlo leads you to where the people are, and you guys are being overwhelmed. And as you're getting overwhelmed, you see 5 fireballs fall down from the sky and just goblin body parts flying in every direction. And you see
Nice.
Gregor and his men come and join you. Gregor, give me a D10 roll.
Okay. I sure would love to.
Right there at the bottom.
Yeah, that little thing that is there
What?
for that.
Bottom of chat. Right
What
at the bottom of chat.
Okay, Tao Yang, thank you. Well,
Dale.
all right, I clicked it. Now what happens?
Apparently nothing.
There it goes.
Right.
All right.
Looks like
As
an
you
8.
come in and you start blasting things left and right, you see Gregor at the very edge of your vision, an enemy standard bearer. And you guys have managed to blast your way through to the standard bearer. And you guys now have a choice. He's surrounded by hobgoblins, and the 6 of you can go ahead and try and fight them, and take that standard if you want. Which will turn this
Sure
battle
will.
from, you guys were in a rough spot to now being things moving along where you needed to.
I don't think we have an alternative here.
I'm not.
I want to smash
I
that
am
banner
not
boy.
wasting time with bad rolls.
That's all of
I'm
us?
Not even. I'm not even playing around with the bad rolls. Where's the whoop?
Where's...
Now remember, you get bonuses now too from me.
Yep.
So
I'm going with the big poof.
All right, hold on. We're actually going to have to roll initiative and shit like that now.
Okay, I'm with it. Let's go.
Like things are for realsies now.
Let's get it.
ooh.
7 and...
Says there's no
I
active.
have
Yep.
not made the combat yet. Hold on.
Sorry, I thought I was doing something wrong. I'm not rushing. Listen, you're a perfect angel that could do no wrong. Don't think that I'm trying to rush you.
I assumed I messed up. So I'm not gonna see.
A little later, okay.
Can I... No, that doesn't work that way. All right. How do I add them to combat? Excellent. Alright, so now, in the combat, you guys should be able to go ahead and click through and roll your initiatives. I'm
I don't
missing
know which one
Ashlyn and Igor. Also,
I
that
have
is,
no idea which one is mine.
it's fine. It knows which one's yours.
What I actually
I'll
rolled,
try
the
to find
dice
where
were
initiative
bouncing
is.
all over each other, knocking each other over.
I'm missing Ashlyn and Igor, please.
There it is. Yeah,
I
same. I couldn't
completely
find my
forgot
initiative.
what
So-
button it is.
Attributes, top right-hand
You get-
corner of that page.
You can also click
Right
it
under your
through
level.
the combat screen.
Oh. I
The
don't know what that
fist.
is. Oh, okay.
Solidarity, all right?
I was gonna say of the North Star, but okay.
All right,
go with
so
Solidarity.
Delvin, you're up first, my friend. You see them there in a field of battle. Goblin corpses everywhere.
Where is he? I don't.
So,
Oh, okay, there it is. I had to scroll further out.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of little dudes. Where's the big dude?
the little skinny one.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah. All right, so those are 5-foot squares. I can't pop it. I can't pop my invis and double move over there, right?
You can, yes. But, oh, you didn't actually have to. You didn't run away from the succubus. You murdered her instead.
Yes. All right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop the invis and get as close as we can. We're not gonna start set anything off though, because we haven't healed.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and give me your movement.
All right. 1. Oh wait, I got to go back to. And what's the one I gotta do to click for moving?
You just pick them up and move them, or you can click on the ruler to measure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Did you guys call my snowfall stars? It's
Yeah, it looked like stars at first.
it's cl-
And-
it's very clearly.
At
Because there was
first.
a black screen behind it,
Yeah.
and then stars.
Sorry.
I get another turn?
No, I forgot to put you as the thing. All right, so. No, what? Hold on. All right,
All right.
first veteran is moving up. 1. Nope. 1. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am almost certain that they have, yes, a hand crossbow. Hey, Ashlyn. He's gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't he though?
rude.
God. A crossbow bolt twangs from the darkness, and completely and
Whistle
utterly
by my
misses
ear.
Ashlyn.
Whistle was completely off to the left.
Good.
Just a bit outside.
All right, Kasim, you're up.
All right.
Magni, you're on
first
deck.
First up, I'm gonna grow.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. I'm gonna walk first. 1, 2, 3.
As a heads up, this is a long combat that's going to be coming up. I don't know if you guys want to burn everything on your first encounter.
I know. Gonna grow
Trying
now.
to pull stealth the way my dice have been going. It wasn't about burning anything. It's just like my dice have been terrible. I didn't want to not get my stealth off.
All right, you've grown.
I have engorged. I'm going to fling a javelin at is it X? This fella.
That guy? Yeah, okay. Remember to actually target him, you click the select target, and that way it'll give me... I'll be able to actually do the damage on him and whatnot. Perfect.
You get a plus
Plus
4 to this
D4,
damage
yes.
as well from radiant damage. Yeah.
Excellent.
Not that you probably need it to murder this poor bastard, but go.
I remember these elves from before. They had an issue.
So apparently, javelin is not on here. So let me just add it real quick.
Why don't you have a javelin? That's weird.
I don't know.
Did you run out of javelins in the last one?
No, it's just not on my character sheet.
Very weird. Go ahead, add it. Take your time.
So common.
But not too much time because we got 20 minutes to finish this encounter.
I mean, I don't know how to like quick add. Is there a way?
I got you.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, right. No? No. Oh, I have to open it with D&D Beyond.
I got it. It's there.
Okay, fantastic. So like that. And going to fling the sucker.
Surprise, mother sucker.
Attack. Normal. Ooh, that was almost a 20.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
And 1d6. Boom.
Add a D4
Oh, yeah.
to that.
That's true.
And d4.
I'm
You're
helping.
helping. I don't like it, but you're helping.
4. It's gonna be a 16.
So, yeah, he ain't happy.
One of my tree trunk sized javelins just hit that guy.
Magni, dale.
Alrighty.
I will have to move your little
Let's-
aura with you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be centered on me, actually. I thought I just put it down.
I have to move it
There
when
we
you
go.
move. Don't worry about it.
So, oops. First, get off there. It's lagging a
Really?
little bit. Alright.
Odd.
For me, yeah. Just weird. Alright. Yeah. Ah!
There you go.
Because we have all these effects going
It's
on.
possible.
Even though I have like a brand new computer.
Yo, this
should
poor
be doing
cat
it.
with the big old rock on top of his dome.
So, Colin, I also have the issue with this for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. It must be how it streams through, because I'm also having a lot of issues.
Yep. Your upper
I'm gonna do the double move.
I know most of my issues are because of my upper.
All right.
And I have my shield up, obviously, because these guys like to shoot bolts.
All right. Next veteran is up. And you know what, Magni, because you're talking shit about them shooting you.
Well, obviously, they have to deal with me.
Because you're talking about him shooting you, he's gonna shoot you.
Makes sense.
What's your armor class?
21.
Jeez. Ah.
Got me. Of course.
I'll go ahead and apply that damage because the game does it so nicely. Boom. All right.
Okay. I have to do a concentration check.
Yes, you do. Please do it.
Wow, this is really moving slow all of a sudden. There we go. Jeez, I'm crow. Okay. Where are you at? Did I just do it off of... Just do it off of the Constitution, or is it there...
You can do it. Go ahead and do it off the Constitution. That's fine.
How you know he's actually Southern?
Saving throw, right?
That's right.
Well, if it's a saving throw, I get a +2 to this.
Alrighty.
And it doesn't matter, because I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Really? Really? Yeah. You know, I don't ask for much.
I think that's what they did. While we were down, Roy jacked with all our dice.
So, sorry guys, that goes away.
That's alright. Alright, so the next one is, however, going to try and shoot you again.
I need to roll a 5. It's ridiculous.
And it's going to miss.
Good.
And so, Igor, you're now up.
Can you take a guess what I might do?
Shoot someone with a crossbow?
I'm gonna shoot
it's only
someone with
fair.
a crossbow. It's like you read my
So
mind.
this
Goodness
one here
gracious.
in front is already hurt.
So 7.
That's,
Oh no, is that my
roll?
roll or your roll? Well, I'm trying to hit my roll. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
So
What do you mean it couldn't? There's no selected or assigned actor. What? Literally me.
That's weird. Open your character sheet and see if that helps. Do it off your character sheet instead of your macro bar.
Yeah, I've already started.
There you go.
Come on. Did you see it go?
I
Because
see it on
nothing's
the
happened
chat
for
box,
me.
so now you have to click the attack thing in the chat box. All right. Good.
Okay, now it just popped up.
Y'all are having just terrible rolls tonight.
So like when it popped up for me tonight, it told me that I did not have something active, and I don't remember what it was, and that might be slowing it down. I don't know why, because I activated it last time.
All right, so I've got 2 more veterans who are going to be shooting crossbow bolts at Ogmagny. Who's drawing stuff up my screen?
not high.
I don't know how to stop. Like I literally can't stop this.
Ogmagny gets missed twice.
Yep.
You're clicking the wrong thing. You need to click off of templates. Gregor, you're up.
I wish I knew. Oh boy, he's good at Gregor's turn. So all these cats have
Yes,
crossbows
they do
and
have
shit?
crossbows.
And so why haven't we run up on them
We're
yet?
trying
It's
to.
a,
They're far
it
away.
is a long walk.
Oh. It's a long walk, huh? How do I get away from here? That's why I don't like learning new things. How far from me did they? 75 feet. Good lord, this far. Okay, I think it's time for some good old-fashioned magic. I know you guys are all shocked.
Some good old-fashioned magic as opposed to some.
Bad new fashion.
Yeah, battle, newfangled.
Hold input.
Back in my day.
Alright, how do I move my character? Nope, I'm measuring again. Damn it.
So you need to click the top guy, the little person icon, and then grab him and drag him. There you go.
Excuse me, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hokey pokey. Let's make this happen. Oh, perfect. Wow, it's almost as if I know how to cast my own spell. Okay, web of
Otra
these
vez. All right, go ahead. Link it in chat, por favor.
guys. We
Why are you even webbing them? Don't you want them to come closer?
Oh, alright, fine. Here, fireball.
I'm gonna web. Do you want them to move? Fine then. Kill them all. I don't know. You make things so difficult, Izzy. Like I don't know what's wrong with you. Goodness.
Okay, you convinced me.
All right, you hit. Go ahead and roll for
There.
damage.
Alright, would love to.
You
How do
click
I
on
do
where
it?
it says damage in the chat.
I don't see that. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's taking a hot minute. I reactivated hardware acceleration on my Google Chrome, and it's working much smoother
That
now.
might be it. Like I said, we did take 4 weeks off when we had only done this for 2 weeks. So we're still. When we started,
Well, I mean,
people weren't good at Roll20 either.
yeah. Well, the issue was also that like hardware acceleration prevents you from streaming certain sites on Discord. So
Ashlyn, you're up.
I would like to do a murder. Uh-huh. Can I use Barathil? Or do I just roll my
You are
regular
very far
attack?
away to be Barathilling anybody.
I can walk over, right? Can I not?
Is the injured
Yes,
guy
he is
still
still
up
up.
or what?
I can make it. I
I do
believe
not.
in me.
They are 75 feet away.
Well,
Wait, why didn't Gregor get plus 1d4
That's
for
pro-
radiant
yeah, that's
damage?
probably-
Failed.
It's gone.
He failed
What?
his concentration check earlier.
Yeah, because we're
I
all
was
rolling
paying
like,
Good looking
like
history, though. Good idea.
terrible.
yeah, we're rolling pretty garbage.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is tonight with this.
I needed a 5 to pass that. That's the.
I have already rolled 3 4s and 3 1s.
So I will say that while
I
you
rolled a
guys
1
are
as well.
rolling terrible, let's be clear. Davius did kill an entire ass succubus in one round.
He did. Shit,
Was
how do I get
about
to my
to bring
spell
that up.
slots?
Like, yeah, you're rolling terrible, but she
But when
also
I did hit somebody,
she just ass-sploded 55 damage in one round.
Spellbook.
You can move 30 and still cast a spell.
Yeah. Clicked on myself. I want to hide
Okay.
behind this thing here. And then I want to cast. How do I read my spell and not cast it? Oh, like that. No,
No
fuck.
fuck.
Sorry.
That's what Davius said when the succubus was talking to him.
like,
I mean, do you blame him though?
oh no. If she'd have kept the wings and claws to herself. All right, never mind. I'm lying. That didn't hurt at all. that didn't change things. I was still down.
What's the range on Moonbeam? 120 feet.
That'll get him to move.
Go ahead and moonbeam it up.
Oh yeah.
Please link it in chat though so we can see it.
How do I just link it
Yeah.
in the
There should be a
chat?
thing that says info somewhere in the description. There's a button down at the bottom.
There you go. You can also click the die
Oh, I see.
thing and it'll. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, I was gonna press the die anyway. Cast spell at this slot. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna be able to get 2 of them. Which 2?
Where am I gonna get these 2? These 2. I don't know. These
There you
2.
go. Yeah.
Did it go?
No, I need to.
Do I have to click
saving
it
throws for
again?
them.
Okay.
First guy passed.
I don't like that.
Second guy passed. So they're both gonna take half damage.
I don't like that either.
So go ahead and roll damage so that I can affect them. You click damage in the chat box.
Oh, sorry. I'm
You're good.
looking at my character sheet for some reason. Damage.
Alrighty. So first guy's gonna go ahead and take half. Second guy's gonna go ahead and take half. They ain't happy, but they're not. It's not too bad for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, they can
Here it
fucking come
comes.
over here and get their ass kicked.
It's funny you should say such a thing.
You are awful close.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey Delvin, you're next.
What up? I am apparently next up. That is like my second favorite, least favorite thing about this thing.
I can undo that if you want.
Nah.
But,
nah. Like I said, it's my second favorite thing. Least favorite thing. 'Cause it's kind of like annoying. But it is like my second favorite thing.
All right, you're up. You see that you are. There's 3 down in the middle of the field now, and 5 back up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get in behind this thing and stab this dude?
Which one?
I want to get right there.
Show me with
How do I click on
X.
the see
Oh.
this barricade?
I see you. Yeah, you can get
This
there.
guy? I want to try and get there, but it's saying I collide with a wall.
You can get here.
All right, but that won't give me cover. Wait, this is one of our dudes, right? This is somebody.
No,
This is
that's
Ashland,
the elf
and
or
this is
whatever
a
it is, the
bad
drow.
guy.
Right.
And this is a bad guy, and this is
Yeah.
a bad guy. I mean, you could
So I
you could try and
get-
get around, but that's a wall. Like you'd actually have to walk around it like this.
Right, yeah, I couldn't get to this and like behind here and start stabbing him up and have cover from these guys.
No, not yet.
Wherever I go, I will have to be out in where they can shoot at me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might be able to get to this square.
Right here?
Mhm.
Nah, it says it collides with at least one wall.
Let me see. Hold on. No, yeah, you could do it. You just have to do it in steps.
Okay, I'm willing to go there. I just want to be able to stand there.
Yeah, you're good. All right, go
All right.
ahead and start stabbing. Like,
This poor
he's
drow.
so dead, assuming the Delvin does not miss.
Bold of you
Bold of me
to
to
assume.
assume.
I'm still in this, so do I get advantage or
You
no?
do get advantage. Yeah. All right, and you needed it.
Yep.
Roll for damage.
That's a lot of dice.
Jesus.
Uh,
Does he explode?
huh? Yeah, he did.
Oh.
All right, I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm gonna take, instead of taking my next attack, can I do an environmental?
Yeah, what would you like?
I'm gonna chuck a potion.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Is what are the ones we have now? 2d8?
Yes.
I mean 2d4 or 2d8?
2D, no, it's 44 plus 4.
Okay, 44 plus 4. So.
That poor guy didn't do anything to anybody to deserve what just happened to him.
Excuse
I
you?
mean, they're kind of occupying a city.
Yeah.
So.
So it's 44 plus 8, right?
Uh-huh.
So if I put,
Alright, Kasim, you are up.
And all I see are dead men right there.
There you go. 16. I'll do the healing for you, man.
I appreciate you.
Poof. Nice and easy.
Yep.
Alright, Kasim, where you going? Who gonna get it?
Yoink.
Really? Alright,
Oh yeah.
alright.
Oh yeah. And I'm coming over there next. I needed to free up Ashland and get closer to Igor for a second.
Igor's not even bothering to chase you guys down anymore. If you want a healing...
No, I know he's not, and that's why I came to him.
Right.
He has trained me well.
Alright, what's going on there? Oh, actually, guys,
So this guy.
it is 9:58.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right, so we will continue this combat next week on Monday. We will have less other things going on, so that it should be all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being patient with us as we dealt through our technical issues. Next week, we will continue the Siege of Bynhalla, and we will see where we end up. This Thursday, we will be seeing Davius and Julio as kill team members in our Warhammer 40k RPG Wrath and Glory Kill Team Bravo as they attempt to find their wayward Inquisitor.
And I've been asked to show up as an emissary of Slanesh and eat them all.
I will at some point run a game. I will figure out how to stream a game that is going 2 enemy parties against each other. But in the meantime,
I'm down for that.
I'm definitely.
as always, thank you for watching, and good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night.
Grace.
Good night, Grace.
Bye, whoever.